What's up, all of you Ugnaughts and Jawas, and happy Star Wars Day. I wanted to hit you real quickly with a Tales of the Underworld spoiler review. So if you have not seen Tales of the Underworld, click away, go watch it, and then come back. And by the way, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be releasing soon an episode 4 through 6 of Andor Season 2 spoiler discussion. All kinds of Star Wars content here on this channel, so click that subscribe button. But yeah, Star Wars Tales of the Underworld, it dropped here on Star Wars Day. Hope you're celebrating by watching this thing, because overall, before we get into the spoilers, I think that this is a very well done short story for two characters that we know and love in both Asajj Ventress and Cad Bane. I think if you're a Star Wars casual fan, there's probably not a whole lot there, surface level wise, of stuff that you feel like it scratches your Star Wars itch. But if you're a Star Wars sweaty like me, there is plenty to chew on. Now let's dive into the spoilers. The two things for me that are biggest to chew on, number one was the very opening scene of this entire shindig, which was seeing Asajj Ventress kind of being put to rest by Quinlan Vos and Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is obviously post the Dark Disciple novel. Again, I have not read that novel before, but I have heard of Asajj dying, quote-unquote, dying in that novel. And it's cool to see that explanation here of how she ends up returning in the Bad Batch, because she just randomly shows up in the final season of the Bad Batch, and it's never really explained of how that's possible or if they're just retconning that novel. But obviously that's not the case. She is put to rest, she goes under the water, and then suddenly she hears Mother Talzin say, get up, you have this option of continuing to live, but you have to give up everything. And she decides to give up everything, and I'm assuming they don't really fully explain it, but I'm assuming what she has to give up is her worldly love desires, like her love for Quinlan Vos. She has to ignore that. The love that she has maybe for anybody, just as far as like a person-to-person connection. Maybe that's why Obi-Wan's so emotional. She can't have that connection with anybody that she's had that connection with in the past, and I'm assuming that's why she has to be completely isolated and careful with who she does things with and for moving forward in her journey. And this journey that she has with this young Jedi, it's a solid story. It's cool for her to get her happy ending because she takes this kid to, quote, the path. Seemingly she can't be involved with it, though, because, again, she can't run into Quinlan, is my assumption. But the kid decides to stay with Asajj anyway because they developed a friendship connection, and it's nice for Asajj to gain that because she can't continue to pursue that with other people, and it's nice for her to get her happy ending here, if you will, after being such a deadly, interesting character throughout the Clone Wars. And we got a little bit of it in the Bad Batch, but we kind of see this different side of Asajj by the time she shows up in the Bad Batch. Now let's talk about Cad Bane's episodes. I do think, for me, I enjoyed the Asajj Ventress episodes more because Asajj Ventress, I was just so interested in that explanation and how she ends up getting to the Bad Batch. But I do think the Cad Bane episodes are like better developed because the emotional payoff at the very end when it's revealed that this young kid is his, Isaac is his name. I wasn't expecting those kind of emotions watching Tales of the Underworld. I'm thinking this is Star Wars animation. I'm going to have a lot of fun watching this, and cool, hooray, happy Star Wars Day. Nah, we end on a very dark place. It's revealed after Cad kills his childhood best friend because of conflicts of interests and revenge seeking and all of those different things. It's revealed that Isaac is his son after he has killed Nero. And you can tell that destroys Cad because he had a love for Aaron and he had a love for Nero. And obviously he has love for this little kid because it's his, but he has to walk away because he literally just killed Isaac's father figure throughout his entire life right in front of his eyes. And that's something that you're never going to get over. So Cad has to make the decision to walk away. And it's such a brutal story from beginning to end because you can kind of see it writing on the walls throughout the watch. But they do it so well. So yeah, there you go. Tales of the Underworld. I do think it's definitely worth the watch, and I hope by now that you've heard me give spoilers that you've watched it and maybe you feel the same way that I do. So yeah, sound off down in the comments section. What did you think of Tales of the Underworld? I would love to hear from you. And like I said, number 1, Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And number 2, make sure you hit subscribe so you can check out my thoughts on Andor and anything and everything Star Wars as it releases. This is your place. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Let me know what you thought of Tales of the Underworld down in the comments section. And thank you so much for checking it out. And I'll see you on the next one. We have spoken.